Hey everybody, how we doing? There we go. This way. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do we have audio? Yes, we do. I need to remove the LGX goal. We got that one. Remove that. Hey Adam, how you doing? Let's add a new one. So 30. Oh my God. There we go. Done. Oh, hey Dan, how you doing? Appreciate the like button promotion. All right, so tonight we are going to attempt to install Klipper Screen on a Raspberry Pi Zero W, which is what is on Ultra Magnus here. I was hoping that my other screen had come in as well. That one is what's going on Optimus and Megatron. That is a DPI screen for a Pi 3 or Pi 4. This, what we're going to be using for a Raspberry Pi Zero W, is an HDMI one. So a lot more cables involved, a lot more work involved from what I can tell to make sure that everything works. And I'm hoping that everything I bought is going to work properly. So I special ordered a few things here to make life a little bit easier. And I'm hoping that that will all work out. So let me show you guys this, what the screen looks like, the cabling, the mount that I designed for this, which version 2 should be done in 13 minutes, it looks like. So version 1, actually technically, this is version 1 of this screen. I have another version over there, but that is for the DPI screen. This one is for an HDMI screen. So if you're interested in putting Klipper Screen on a Raspberry Pi Zero, you need a way to mount it to your i3 style or any 2020, 2040 extrusion. This will get you there. So let's go to, let me turn the camera on. Power was out last night, so everything turned off. Okay. So here is our screen. This is a WaveShare 4.3-inch HDMI LCD B. So this is a particular model, and it comes with a bunch of these little adapters so that you can slap this on the back of a Raspberry Pi and then plug in all of these to here, and it just kind of UEs right into the Pi to keep a very small form factor, which is great because that's exactly what I need for this. So here we have the touch interface, here we have our HDMI interface, and here we have our power interface. And power and touch are both micro USB. And again, we're just using these little micro USB to mail USBs, and we're going to be adapting that around to do other things. Now, this HDMI cable is a special order off of Amazon. There's a seller that has a bunch of these, but this is a very thin ribbon cable. As you can see, it takes up no extra space on the top. The power comes up higher than the HDMI does. Fantastic. So, and we don't need to worry about any of the buttons. We don't need to worry about the audio. This is also a speaker here. Don't need to worry about any of that stuff. We just need our touch, HDMI, and power. So what I did originally buy was this. This is a small 90 degree. I mutilated it because I bought the wrong one, but I put the right link down below. But this is just a micro USB to micro USB extension. Basically, I was trying to get it to go here, but again, one, I bought the wrong orientation of cable, and 2, it is way too bulky to put in here. So this is my best option for my use case of my screen. If I had another way to hide the cables, I would, but I don't, so that's why I'm going this route. And here is the adapter that I made, the LCD mount. The arms will be printed later, but again, this was just version 1 basically of this. And the screen, you have to connect your HDMI cable first, but because I have that knockout in the top there, I just slide the top in here, top slides in like this, and then the 4 bolts get fastened on the back to go ahead and hold it in. These two are not in their right orientation because this mount was actually made for a different wave share screen, and they don't match up. So I went ahead and adjusted those on version 2. That's what's printing. And I also added a little bit of extra space over here for these buttons just so they don't get pushed. I don't need them, but it's fine. Was that you? 1 second. Let me see who's pinging me here. Okay. So what also we're using here, so because I'm not going to use this little micro adapter, I'm just going to use a standard USB to USB extension cable with a USB to micro USB OTG cable. I've had a bunch of these for the Pis that I have, so we're just going to go ahead and use this on there, and that will suffice for the touch display. But if I had space, I did also buy, or if that doesn't work for some reason, I do have this micro USB to micro USB OTG cable as well to make the touch work. So we'll see what works out. I'm going to go with my ideal setup first and then go from there. And then the end, this screen will eventually get mounted right here. You can't see that. It's going to get mounted where this screen is here, but it is, when I look at it, when I looked at the angle with the other mock-up I have, it easily clears the bed, which is great. I don't have to worry about any of that. So, but I'm going to end up putting it off here to the side as well because we have to let this super awesome logo be shown for Ultra Magnus. This LCD also comes with a few other HDMI adapters. So there's a HDMI to micro and an HDMI to HDMI adapter. So if you're hooking up to various things, you can just go ahead and do that. It also comes with standoffs and a simple micro USB cable for power and an HDMI cable. Now these screens are not cheap. They are $50 a piece. So I went ahead and put the link for this one that I'm using for this case down below. If you guys want to also do this with your Raspberry Pi Zero. I hear good things about Klipper Screen. We're going to find out tonight how all that is, if it's true, how hard it is to install. We're going to go through all of that step by step. Literally the first time I've read through it once today just to make sure that's it. Eddie the engineer said, yep, that's all you need to make it work. So we're going to kind of go with it. I do need to pull up one other thing here. Yeah, I'm going to pull this into this window so that we know what we're working with here. What else was there? I guess that's it for now. I'm going to go and open up the door on the side here so we have access to the Pi Zero. I want to make sure that we can just hook everything up without mounting it. Because again, version 2 is printing. I'm hoping that's going to be the final version. And if it is, great. I will probably keep it in that filament that I printed this in. It's not the same as the rest of the printer, but I am running very low on red PETG, and I do not want to buy more right now. Just because I'm moving, and more filament to buy means more I have to burn through, and that's just not what I want to do right now. So we're just going to pull out my Pi Zero. With this Pi Zero, I did a live stream on this. So this is hooked up via the UART, into the GPIO, into UART, into the Pi. So using the GPIO pins on the Pi Zero. And that way it has all the data and power and ground in 4 wires, just goes from 1 to there. It's done. There's no external power needed because on a Pi Zero, the SKR has enough power out of the TFT headers in order to power it. So that's what makes it a good option to have less wires. And again, I am a big proponent of, I want one power source coming in, and that's it. So I do need to figure out how I'm going to power this guy. We're going to externally power it for now, but I need to figure out what I'm going to do to power it, because I don't really know yet. I haven't really thought through that. I know that Jared had sent me something. Let me go into Discord real quick. Where's my chat with him? Jared. He sent me his bracket. Yeah, he and I was talking for a while about Klipper Screen to see how it would work. He's helped me find the source for a lot of these things here. So it takes 5 volt, 2.5 amps. We might need to. Oh, we might not need power. Just USB and HDMI. That might be all we need. That's outstanding. Okay, that might be all we need there. And I do need one of these guys. I think it's this one. Nope, that's the wrong one. At least I hope I have one. Another micro HDMI. I need a mini HDMI. Shoot, I know I have one here somewhere. Because I had done this before. Here it is. See if I can get this to work for me. I might need to get an adapter as well, because I kind of forgot about this. I thought I had a little adapter. Let me go look real quick and see out here. I could have swore I had an HDMI to mini HDMI cable. Standard HDMI. Ah, yes, here it is. I've been cleaning a lot and moving things around, and here is the cable I need. So this is an HDMI to mini HDMI. Ideally, you could just buy a full-length HDMI to mini that would work, but I couldn't find a proper configuration for this cable to do that. So this will end up hopefully working out. All right, well, without further ado, let us get into the configuration here. So let's switch to here. There we go. So this is the Klipper Screen GitHub for it. Yes, Ben, this is the Anet A8 Plus rejiggering to Ultra Magnus is what we called this printer. So we completely redid it. We have a bare hot end on it now. It's got new motor mounts. We changed the extrusion around, had to change some of the smooth rods around. It's running an SKR 1.3. Right now it's running on Klipper. It was Marlin first, now it's on Klipper. Stock power supply though. But yeah, so I did 2 live streams of me building this, and there are links. I'll put one down below. I don't have one here, but if you just search Ultra Magnus on my channel, you'll find a link to this on Cults, to Aaron's Cults. So Aaron is one of my mods. He's the designer of this conversion, and you can actually do 3 different conversions between a full Ultra Magnus and the Anet A8 Plus. There's 3 different paths you can take depending on how much you want to put into it. This is the full package, but there are other options as well. So check some of the other videos for that. I will put, when I'm done with the stream, I'll put a link for that down below though. Okay, so we're going to need to log into the Pi. So we're going to use MOBA Xterm. Log it into, I got to power it on. I was going to say, I can't do anything if it's not powered up. We're just going to give that a minute. Pi Zero's one thing is they're not the fastest to boot up, so we do need to give it a good minute to kind of get there. Pi 3s and Pi 4s are really quick, 30 seconds tops. Those things are booted up and you're ready to use your printer. This can take upwards of a minute, maybe two. Sometimes you need to restart your firmware as well, but I have the command for the MCU, I have the command in there for it to restart. Basically, if it doesn't sense a connection at first, it just restarts if the MCU starts up faster than Klipper does on the Pi. Oh, also, which I don't have now, but once I finish all of this and I have Klipper Screen installed, I'll put links down below where you can download my Klipper or my Klipper config for this printer and my other ones. And you can also get the information for Klipper Screen, which that is linked down below for their GitHub. But I will do my link eventually. And the same thing with the bracket. Once I'm happy with how it is, I will put a link down below so that you can go ahead and download and print out this LCD bracket if it fits your need. And let's see, our fans just booted up. So we are getting somewhere. Let's see if we can get to it now. Ultra Magnus Pi. Yep, there we go. So we can get to it here. And we're logged in. Sweet. All right, so first thing we need to do is we need to edit the boot config. So we're just going to do sudo nano boot config.txt. Oh, that was the wrong password. There we go. Hey, Wolfgang, how you doing? Oh, Michael, sorry, didn't see you come in there. Okay, so for this part here, it tells us to do this, but we're going to go actually to the wiki, and it tells us here exactly what to use for this screen. So group 2, mode 87, and it's that. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this. Go back to here. And there should be something here for HDMI. Again, never done this before, so we're figuring all this out as we go. My CVT. All right, where's HDMI CVT? HDMI drive 2. We need that. To mode 87. Is that what this one said to? Yeah, 287. That's fine. And then we need to do the CVT equals. Where's that at? There, not there, not there. I'm just going to add this all to the bottom. Oh, because I also screwed this up anyways. Paste that stuff in right there. So we're just going to do that. It should work out. And Control X. And then yes, we want to save. I'm going to save it as that. Okay. So, and again, my screen, we're doing the 800 by 480. I missed the H. No, it's all good here. That was the other one, so that's fine. Okay. I'm going to hook up, I think, now to make sure we can actually see this. So we're going to reboot that, and then we're going to go ahead and hook this in my preferred way, see if it works. So, right, USB to the USB here, HDMI. To the HDMI. Dropping stuff. All right, so we're just going to go with this setup for now and see if it works. Let's see. Restart session. Are we back online yet? Maybe almost. There we go. Okay. So we're going to have to do an edit in Moonraker. So let's go ahead to Ultra Magnus. Printer, Moonraker config. All right, and we need to make sure that Trusted Clients local is in Trusted Clients. So Trusted Clients. This onto it here. There's Trusted Client, save and restart. We do want this to update for us, so we will add this as well into Moonraker. I should have did that before I rebooted. Oh well. No big deal. Moonraker config. And add that to it. Save and restart again. All right, and now we're going to need to do the Klipper Screen installation. That. So get clone. Well, just paste it in there. That's why I copied it, Shane. There we go. Cloning Klipper Screen. They're boxing 3 times. Okay, that's done. So now we can do CD, squiggly, screen, and now we're going to run the script. So all right, I have no idea how long this is going to take, but we'll see what it does. Okay, so this script will install the packages. This is the manual install, create the Python virtual, blah, 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 all that stuff. So Klipper Screen will create a log. Having issues, look there. So I guess that's it. After we do this, it should just work because we're at the end of the file here. I'm still not seeing any output of the So this is the one thing, this xorg config.d file. So let's take a look over here and see what we need to do. That's the Raspberry Pi thing, okay. Don't know if it's able to draw power from the Pi. It looked like it could, but I don't know. Ooh, this is going to take a hot second. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Rotating, all that rotating stuff. You might need to hook up power to this still. This says you want to do connect the touch interface, connect the HDMI, power the Raspberry Pi, and it should work. So I'm not sure what the issue here is. Jesse, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right. This takes a while. I started watching, I got my little accelerometer here for input shaper. I started watching Nero's video on it. He said the install for input shaper for the automatic way to do it with this is like a 20 or 25-minute install. I'm like, that's brutal. This is pretty long right here. And I thought I would have already started to see some display here. But it kind of makes you wonder. Let me go back here to Discord and see. My OTG is not working, which means I will get a different one. Or we'll try the other cable, but it could be the cable I'm using. 9% sure that's what this one here is. Yep. Okay, these are just interchanges. Oh my goodness gracious me, it's working. Where we at here? Working with just 2 cables. Hot freaking dog. Not kidding me? What did I just knock over? Something I probably shouldn't have. Oh, this right here. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. That's okay. Man, that's working. Sweet. Cocky's here. What's up, dude? How you doing? This is taking. It's only 40%. This is taking forever. But I will be doing this again. I'm hoping. Actually, maybe I'll look that up real quick. Where I had to. The other screen I wanted to get was what was it? It was the DPI version, which runs off of the ribbon cable for the Pi 3. Couldn't find that anywhere in stock except for some random like robot reseller that Waveshare has in the US. So I bought it from them. But it had to go to my slow address, which really sucks. Oh. Let's see if I can find it here. Robot. Robot shop. That's what it is. Made an account on here or not. Still 40%. Taking its time here. Let's see here. Robot shop. My order has been shipped. Let's take a look at tracking real quick. Chris, after I've put Klipper on my machines, I haven't touched any of the LCDs. This is purely for fun. But I have literally not touched a single LCD on any of my Klipper machines since they were installed. It's been fantastic. So it was delivered on the 18th to my slow address, which means potentially this week I could get it. That was just a week and a half ago. Yeah, maybe this week I could get that other one. So when I do get that one, I will do another stream of how to do the DPI install. I guess not really how to, but like my, let's learn how to do it. Let's learn how to figure it out. So crap. So I'm talking to the dude right now on doing the extrusion. Oh, he's definitely can charge what he wants because he's the only guy doing it, but holy crap, is it expensive. Oh. Yeah, they do, Chris. There's nothing really fancy about them at all. I mean, I just finally, the one, I'm kind of angry at myself for replacing this one. If I replace this one, I'm doing it right now on this printer because I have it. But I just got the RGB LEDs working on this screen properly. And I spent like a whole evening working with Eddie and Kennedy on it in the Discord. And it's just like, man, just to take that off kind of pains me. All right, I don't know if this stalled out. Okay, well, let's, it did stall out. That's no bueno. so let's run this again, I guess. Hopefully it actually works. CD. Try this again. See if it works. Yeah, Chris, I mean, his stuff, it looks amazing, but, I mean, I'm guessing you have one, so I'm guessing you bought it from him. They are not cheap. Like, they are another printer expensive. Oh, I want one, though, so badly. Well, Chris, actually, most people that run Klipper run completely headless. Like, many of the bull runs are completely headless. But yeah, I mean, it's not really a needed thing yet. I think if Klipper wants to get out more to the masses, they will need to improve their LCD game. But yeah, it's just not there yet. There's no need for it right now. You bought it? Okay. Yeah, it's read this over again. So that I do agree with, Chris. Yeah. So now you can do it via the LCD. It's just under. So if you hit it, you go to what's it under here? Oh, I can't see because I'm not in a print right now. So there is when you are printing, there is a way to adjust the first layer, but it's not like baby steps. You just like double tap for Marlin and it just works. No, there's definitely. I saw it on this screen here when I was printing earlier. There's a way to adjust the offset. Did this thing air out again? It's just god awful slow. Again. I think maybe you want to check now, Chris, because I feel like I swear I saw it. Hey, that mount is finished. I heard it crack off the build plate. All right, let's see how. How can I get this through here? Oh, it's not going to work right now because I'm using a different thing. But yeah, okay, version 2 is done. Snips. Forgot the octolapse is enabled on the Mark III's right now, so I have an octolapse of doing this. I didn't really need it. I just wanted this to be printed fast as possible. I made the screen mount at like 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then printed the first version, had dinner, made some changes, second version, printed it, and now it just finished here. My phones are so stinking loud right now. My goodness. Student section, yeah. Setting the Z offset in Klipper. Oh yeah, I mean, I've kind of just set it here on the table when I'm working on it. I can just sit here, touch my computer, and do that. Once it's set, it's done, and then it can go away. Well, I think Klipper was just made for a different group. Is what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm liking it now that I've kind of vested a lot of time learning it after I just finally can figure out Marlin. Um, but it's kind of like, it's a way to put this. It's a big error. Don't know if that matters. Oh, more errors. Oh no, I don't know if any of this matters. I've never had to redo the bed offset when changing sheets, Chris. All right. Well, I don't know if that worked or not. So we're just gonna do a reboot and see what happens. I mean, I've gone from textured sheet to and flipped it over for the smooth sheet, and it's been pretty close. Easy enough for me to adjust. Now, I would say if I had my printers like somewhere else, it'd probably be more of a pain. But since I literally sit here next to all my printers, it's really not a big deal. Now, I've only gone from PEI to textured. I have not gone to, because I just got an Alti-Stick today. I've not tried Gecko Tex yet on it with my current offset. But going from like the Prusa Smooth to Prusa Textured, no deal at all. All right, well, I'm guessing it didn't work because it's not launching Klipper Screen on the Pi. I'm guessing all these errors right here didn't work. That's cool. Yeah, Chris, no, I agree. If you have your printer somewhere else, I think it would be a lot more painful. But if you use the same sheet, okay, so again, not really sure what I'm going to do here. Adam, any ideas? Because this did not work. Oh, Klua does? Well, we can... That's good to know. Already that installed on here. I'm guessing I might need to... Let's see here. This Klipper Screen is installed, so let's remove it. Let's remove 8 Klipper Screen. Let's see, not installed. Okay, so let's do 1 to install, and then 7 for Klipper Screen. Yes. Let's see how this goes this way instead. Chris, I'm surprised you're even using a TAS 6, to be honest. Like, I don't know anybody that's running that as like a daily driver except for what's his name? The robotics, the guy in the UK, the robot guy. He runs a TAS 6 with a Morstruder. And he prints like daily with that thing, and he just chunks through filament. But aside from him, I don't see anybody that still runs such old hardware anymore. Also, Klipper is newer than Marlin, so I'll kind of give it that. Like, you got to figure it's only gotten under like heavy development from what I've heard from people in the past, like, you know, not even year, like 6 months even, is when Klipper got like really got a lot of support for it. And did I just drop some? Oh, that. Why are you rotating? Don't rotate. So now that it's, I think now that more people are using it and you've got fluid now, you've got mainsail now, I think it will continue to advance, but I just think it's kind of in its infancy still. And again, it's not meant for everybody. I only like it because I now have one system on all my printers and I can literally just hit upload and print and it's done. I don't have to worry about anything. A replicator too. I think the oldest printer I have right now that I like generally drive is I guess the Anycubic i3 Mega is my oldest like daily driver printer, but I haven't used it in a while because I've been using all the custom rigs. $200 with 11 spools of unused filament. My goodness. Well, someone said it before, and with firmware, you know, you can kind of compare it to operating systems. So you have Marlin as Windows, You have RepRap as Apple, and you have Klipper as Linux. So Linux is harder to use. It has kind of a cult following behind it. Klipper does as well. But I mean, again, once I kind of figured out how to do it, it sold me pretty easily. I just still have not decided if I'm doing the bear or not. But I might keep that one as Marlin and then have Hound be my Klipper bear. But that's using a different, but that's going to be using the NZ board and not using a SKR. I haven't really used Linux since college. Because that's what all of our tools ran on was Linux, but since then haven't really touched it. I think it is streamlined, Chris. It's just it takes a while to learn. Heck, RepRap, it took me a while to learn. I honestly did not. I like the web control, but that was about it. I did not like the way that it was set up. All of the M commands to figure it out. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, Fluid was really easy to set up. I liked that a lot. That was, I mean, also with the Cluac or Clua, whatever it is that I'm using here now. This, I mean, basically is just press the button to install, select what you want to install. It does everything for you. This is probably the easiest setup I've seen for like multiple things to do. But the Fluid image is really nice. I like that one. Did I really learn RepRap firmware? A little bit. I mean, I eventually got a little more comfortable with it, but it was just, I don't know, it was just a pain. Maybe it was the duets. I don't know. It was a pain to set up, but also Klipper was a pain to set up on the duet too. I had to hit up Nero, and I was like, Nero, how do I do this, man? Like, walk me through this. And he helped me get it set up, but it took a little while to get even Klipper onto the duet. Well, Chris, I haven't seen you post anything in Fluid's Discord, so Cadriel is super duper responsive. I've never seen him knock anybody down in his Discord, so I don't know where you're asking at, but if it's here, maybe. But on his Discord, he helps everybody out. This is airing out again. Why is it not working? Hmm. Reboot it and see if it comes up properly. I don't know. I think that was the other thing for me when I did this switch, is just that I didn't mind Marlin now that I was learning how to do it. So having Marlin on some machines, having one machine be in duet, and then having only like one or two machines having Klipper is just too many different things to manage, too many different ways, and I wanted something more streamlined. And for me, that's Klipper. Yeah, this is not launching, so there's an issue here. I don't know what's going on. Eddie real quick, see if he knows anything, or Jared. See if one of them will pop into here and see if they can help out, because this is not working out the way it should. I want to know how long the last print took. Does it matter how long a print takes? I mean, it's in, if you use Prusa Slicer, it's in the file name. I don't know. I'm also, but you print for people. Like, that's your job pretty much. I don't care how long a print takes or how long it did take. It just prints. Okay, well, this is not working. I don't really know what to do here then. Now we got the screen to work with the Pi, but that's about it. Screen.log. Where is that? So nope. Klipper Screen. No. It said temp. I'm not seeing anything for temp here. Fluid. No, not in there. I'm trying to see where this log is. It says it puts it under temp clipperscreen.log, but there's no temp directory here. Klipper. Nope. None of that. Nope. Didn't want that. Did not want that. Don't even know where this stupid log file went. Because there's no temp thing here. Anywhere. Okay. Nope. Fluid. Do. Well, I can't even get it to work, Chris, so I don't know. Hey, Aaron, it's not going at all. It just errors out. Oh, clipperscreen.log. Here we go. No such file. Download to the desktop. No such file. What the heck? Yeah, Aaron, I tried to install it 2 different ways, the manual way and through Plua. Neither one worked. No. Either any of the guys are around. Do you wonder, can I search in here? No, don't do that. There's no temp here. Daniel, I did that and it just errored out on me. So maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try removing it. To remove, and we're going to remove Klipper Screen. Put this out. This out. There it says not installed. If we go up here, Klipper Screen is gone. Okay. So let's go back to here. And let's try to run the script again. Well, I guess we need to get it again because it's gone. What? What's this in now? You're going to be stupid about it now. I hate when it does that. All right, let's try this install again and see what happens. Oh, shoot. Well, Adam, I did last time I didn't do that. So how do I shoot? All right. Let us clean this up then. From the beginning again, then. Get the clone. But again, I did this the first time and it just aired out. So, let's see what happens here. See what happens here. It's always Ryan's fault. We all know that. I need to get a snack soon. I kind of expected to have it like installed already. That is true, Ryan. Me and screens don't really work out too well. But what is this? DPK package was interrupted. You must manually run sudo dpk configure A to correct the problem. What the heck does that mean? All this Linux stuff, I have no idea what any of that means. Daniel, it's a HDMI LCD. Oh, just ignore that error? Okay. Put some crackers nearby. Take a minute to happen. But it was at the very end. It was like the last two things that it tried to do. Those were the two that aired out. This is how we can go ahead and configure stuff in there. So this will be fun to figure out. All the options are there. Looks like Chris, if you were legit, you guys aren't watching me in your Discord. That's funny. Well, I'm using I mean, this is a supported screen with a supported resolution. This is 800 by 480. So I do know that it is a supported screen, also because I was talking to some of the Volron guys that said this is a screen that works. But I don't see how installing this should matter, because literally it errors out. So if it didn't display something, that'd be one thing. But the fact that it won't even install correctly is kind of the bigger problem. Screen. I don't know what any of this stuff means here. No such file. Vexed. Then it's trying to run setup pi to install for vex.gi. That errors out. Yeah, I mean, it just errors out. This is what it says right here. Like, I don't know. I have no idea where the log file is. This is a Vex thing it was talking about. Update Python. How do I do that, Daniel? I did when I first installed it. Like when I first installed Klipper, I did it. I did the git update and the upgrade. Where is it at here? I mean, I did that whenever I first did it. All right, I'll do it right now. So let's do sudo app get upgrade. That doesn't work. That errors out. That does that. Errors out again. Run a sudo dpackage configure A8 to correct the problem. For you, Adam. All right, so this is an issue. That doesn't help me. So I already have this set, but I don't have this frame buffer set. You can see it there. I rebooted it last time too, and it still didn't work. Last time I did this, it just came to login screen. IP address that says reach Klipper Screen. I see it there, but now it goes to the login and that's it. So this is not Klipper Screen. And if there's something else to do, then the installation thing here doesn't say to do it. I mean, unless this is supposed to like magically connect, I don't know. I mean, here it says Klipper Screen here is it's there, it's up to date, but it's not showing Klipper Screen. So like, what are you supposed to do? Take a look at the issues here. Now you would try to do the update. Okay. It still says that issue here. So Daniel, I have that open here. There's nothing about that. I mean, there's no config.d file here. When I look here, it says working Raspberry Pi. You download your image, you edit the config, which I did with their values here, and then connect it, and it should work. Why are you going crazy? Oh my god. Do what it says. Okay. Well, you guys said earlier to ignore it, so I ignored it. See what happens here, I guess. It's crazy how far behind chat is to what I'm actually doing. So, hey! Errors were encountered while processing X11 server utils. Now upgrade again. Okay. So let it do its thing now. Nothing easy with me and freaking LCDs. Error it out again. Error processing X11 server utils. This package is very bad, inconsistent state. You should reinstall it before attempting configuration. What the heck does that mean? Anything that's like. Well, I did upgrade. I didn't do update. Yeah, Klipper LED was easier to install. You were right, Adam. Very much so. All right, I will try that. Go app get install X11 server utils. It's John says it's cursed. 11 dash server has no installation candidate. Being referred to by another package. Try update and then upgrade and see if something else comes that way. Oh, X server. Oh, okay. Well, let me do this update real quick and see what it says. It makes me wonder why it's this way. I mean, I don't change anything in here. I know how that stuff works. It's already the newest version. And it errors out again. This is a pain. I did the update. Let me do the upgrade again and see if it pulled something after the update. Nothing. Yeah, this is a fluid install using the fluid image. Not fully installed or removed. I mean, it says very bad against this 8. You should reinstall it before attempting configuration. Can I remove it? Dude, let's see what it says here. So sudo apt auto remove. John. I will try that. 1 second, Adam. Oh, I'm very. See, it's telling it. It's yelling about it again here. Let me try auto clean. I just did auto remove. App get remove x11 x server utils. Says it will do it. See if it actually does do it. Try Jared's thing real quick. So sudo apt get force. Yes. Remove x11 x server utils. Force does not work. Just F and Y works. I mean, I might need to just pull off my config and rebuild and see what happens. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing this is just broken now, and I'm just gonna have to rebuild from scratch. It's such a pain. Two for force. Still errors out. So yeah, all right. I guess I will just rebuild from scratch. Yeah, I just saved my config. Um, the config macros is the default stuff. So I have my config and Moonraker saved off. So I guess yeah, we just start from scratch. I guess I can do this tonight. Oh, it's broke, Aaron. It's broke real good. But I think I'm gonna try. Um, Aaron, when you did your install, did you install with the fluid image or did you install with the Klipper image and then went to Kluek? Wait, what was this from? What was I just working on that this one came from? Oh, that's for you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, WinDisk Imager. I was going to use the last fluid image that I have here. that to it, and we'll go from here. That's going to take a minute. Man, I really wanted this to be like a one and done type of thing. But then it said no. It's going to be an hour to set this back up. I guess I'll stay live for it right now. Why not? But yeah, it's going to take an hour to get this rolling again. Where's my lid? Oh, there it is. Fluid Pi complete install. Pretty much. Fail at Klipper Screen, reinstall Fluid Pi, maybe get Klipper Screen going at the end. Well, at least I also know that the screen works as it says with just off of the LCD there, or just off the one fit in there. That does. I'm just going to go ahead and, while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and test fit the new mount while we wait for that. So here is mount number 2. And then if we plug that, put this here into the top, and then this just slides in. Top goes in there. It slides in there. It basically just click fits in there. And the holes line up. Hot dog. That is good. Now, how off is this red? It's a little bit brighter. A lot of bit brighter. It doesn't look same in camera, though. Let me get some M3s here. Actually, I think it came with some hardware. Some little guys. I think these are M3 holes that put in here. And we're only at we're 22% on the image, so we have time. Too long. Actually, I think he made it for these screws. I'm also fairly impressed with the amount of stuff that comes with the screen. Actually reach. Oh, hold up a second. Oh, these screw holes have a protective Yeah, they've got a protective film over them. That's why it wasn't going in. So it doesn't line up still. 34%. Oh, there we go. That one lines up. That one lines up. These two do not line up. They must be off by like just a smidge. Need to give it a little more persuasion. Get out a drill bit real quick. We'll make it a little bit bigger there. No, Daniel. So this ribbon cable here, this is a custom cable that I got on Amazon. It comes with this guy, which does not work. But I got this ribbon cable because it's also has a 90-degree top to it, so I could make it work with the mount that I have here. Just going to use a little bit bigger drill bit. Give it a little bit more space. Well, that's like almost the head there. Get a little bit. Man, it's off by like a hair. And that one met up fine. Oh, no, there it goes. I'll just make those holes a little bit bigger in the CAD. The problem is that, like, I don't know, I can't really find the exact spacing for this anywhere. This mount was also designed for a different LCD. It's another 4.3 from Waveshare, but a little bit different. So there we go. Now that's mounted on there. Yeah, that's not too bad. So again, here's where we can put our USB extension here, which this one's pretty long. I might end up cutting this cable down and soldering it, making it shorter, because this is a lot of cable. And then we have our HDMI here. This thing's still, we're at 60% now. And Daniel, the other thing is that the screen did come with all of these little adapters, because the screen is meant to be sandwiched onto a Pi and then connected, but we have HDMI, HDMI, and then HDMI to micro HDMI for a Pi 4, or a Pi 3B Plus, or I guess 3, with the full-size HDMI. These wee baggy. So the only thing I'm not 100% satisfied with is looking at here. You can see the top of this because I have to like slip it in there. The only way I could change it is if I make the whole thing bigger and make this a recess. So I might measure the difference there. So that is, so just shy of 2 mil. So I would have to make the whole thing probably like 3 or 4 mil higher here and here to kind of keep it all the same. And then that way I could hide this away. So that might actually be version 3 and mock that up in Fusion, see what it looks like. But I do want to hide this away, which is why I'm using all of these adapter things. Actually, wait a second. Hold up. I don't need this because I'm powered through here. I just need this one. And you can see here it is bent in a little bit. Not bent in, but there is a cut out here just so the HDMI has space. I can put that back because again we proved that this powers this way. I thought I had to use a third cable. I'm gonna do that right now. Right now. Ooh, where is that at? Here, and we don't need this way. Need this or this or this. Just need that cut out. Whoa. Right there like that. Delete that one out. There we go. Hey, Steve, what's up, dude? All right, so I can just do like this, and then it's hidden. It'll be amazing. Save that out. This will be the final version. Because then I don't need to change anything else with it. And then I can go ahead and print my side parts as well. That'd be cool. Chris Travis, how you doing? We're at 84%. Make that work. Let me clean off the printer. And we can set that and the arms to print because now I'm not really in a rush. I wanted to get this mocked up for the stream so that I could test it out live, but at least now I know what works. So let's go back into here. I guess you guys can see this maybe. So we're going to save out the main body. Yep, overwrite that. Screw slicer. Pull in the arms and the main body. You down. Rotate that. Put you on that end. Whatever. I don't know if that works out. And that should do it. I did make a little indentation over here for the buttons on the LCD, just in case I don't want to be pushing them with the screen. So a little indentation there. we'll do just fine. Hours, send it. Goodbye. It has a file, so we're good to go. Love that. Now this is my Mark III's using Octoprint because I have the Canvas hub, Canvas hooked up to that printer, so I have to use Octoprint for that one. I also don't want to change my Mark III's. It's the workhorse. It does everything I need to do without question, so there's no reason to change that one. So you used a Big Tree Tech 5-inch pie screen. I thought I read somewhere that it doesn't work. Well, if it's touch screen. Let me do pie. TFT50, nothing. Trying to find it here. I'm not unless they have it on Amazon. Oh, the Pi TFT 5.0. It's the same price. I mean, the one that I got is $50. This one's $50. So this one also, this is a DSi, so this will not work with a Pi Zero. It will work with a Pi 3 probably, but it will not work with a Pi Zero because the Pi Zero has to have an HDMI screen. Oh, it's complete! Yay! All right, so now we can do here. So we can go to here. Showing up. What the heck? It's worked 1,000 times before. Well, like 7 times before. How did it say that that worked and it didn't work at all? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to write this again. That just took like 15 minutes. All right, well, let's try again. That literally took 15 minutes to write. Oh. Daniel, what are you using that screen on? What printer? It shouldn't be a bad card. It's brand new. Is that the big, the BIQUB1? Is that what it is? Something like that? Wait for this again now. It's away. I'd say 3 iterations for a design. It's not too bad. I mean, technically 2. This one did work with better clearances than this one did. But overall, not bad. I've definitely done worse. Probably most of us can say that. Kids and my cables, man. Tell ya. We're to Pi 7-inch screen with 4XY. Ender 3 copy. Ah. Viking, what's up? Another card. We're waiting for another image to burn onto a disk here. It is just. What do you mean, Dan? What are you talking about? Oh, it does clear good. Just woke up. Oh, Viking, to live on the other side of the world. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do is I can go ahead and do some magnet work while we wait umpteen hours for this thing to finish. Where we at now? 32%. We've got time. So I've got the parts for Hound, and my magnets came in today. We can go put the magnets in the case. Get one of these out without hurting myself. Man, these are strong magnets. Okay. Simmer down now. And we're gonna need a little bit of glue. The super type. There we go. Oh, it is, Daniel. Trust me, it is. I'll see you, Dan. I mean, you're hanging out for a bit while I muddle with Linux. It doesn't want to work on for me. How much super glue can I get on my hands tonight? Just in solid. Access glue off. Hey. Well, Ryan, I'm waiting for the image. It's at 50% now. So we got to wait for the image to build. While I build, I'm going to work on other stuff in the shop because I have work to do. So if we are going that way, these knives need to go in this way. Together by accident? That sounds ungodly painful. Right up. Ah, crap. Drop one of the magnets. Make sure I pick that up so kids don't get it. That would definitely be no good. The wife would kill me. One more in there. Guess not. Unless I did drop another one. Oh, I did. Ooh, man. Man, that's insane. That's a lot of glue, man. Ryan, it is a big letdown. Don't get me wrong here. What are they using 2020 Luna extrusion for a Core XY build? I think 2020 is fine for Core XY. I've got Hypercube right here, 2020 extrusion. It's more than enough. If you're going to go big, 2040. But if you're staying sub 300, 2020 is fine. If you're going to go over 300 cubic centimeters for your 300 cubic millimeters for your build volume, go with 2040. Raspberry Pi image or install. Just gonna do these magnets one at a time. Yeah, route core is 15 by 15. Borons are 2020 or 1515 for some of them. Yeah, 2020 is fine. 2020 is cheap, super cheap. Ziltech is wicked cheap. That's where I buy all my extrusion actually from, is Ziltech, because it is so cheap. I need a little bit of accelerator spray. We're at 80%, almost there. We started at hour and 55 minutes in, so that was 10. We're 13 minutes so far. I think it's something about 600. Oof. So again, a lot of people will say, I said to somebody the other night, no one recommends going above 350 for a Core XY. The issue is the tension on the belts. I'm not fully privy of all the issues with it, but just from what I've heard, that's why like Volerons, they recommend not going above 350 because it has to do with all the tension on the belts for Core XY. It's hard to tension or it's too much in there. I don't know, but that is pretty humongous. Yeah, Ryan, Ziltech sells T-slot and V-slot. 2020, 2040, 2080. They might have 2060 now. I don't know. I know there has been a push of people trying to get them to sell 3030, but I doubt that will happen. Yeah, I mean, 600, that's huge. I would not do 2020 for 600. I would use probably 4040 for 600 millimeter fill volume, and I would figure out some other kinematic, not Core XY, HBot, or, I mean, that's huge. You'd have to look at some of those industrial printers, what they're using. Or maybe you could do it if you went to like, I don't know, 10 or 12 mil belts. Maybe that would be better than, because 6 mil belts, that's just goofy at that size. 99%, let's see if it works this time. Right, successful. Boot, yes. All right, we are good to go. Freaking A. Okay, so I'm gonna edit this with Notepad++. No. Do my network. password. Then I kind of want to do the big thing right now. It's while I have this guy in front of me here. At the bottom, we're just going to add that in. Okay. All right, that should be good there. Plug this guy in. Boot it up. I'm going to pull up. Actually, I think I put it on my GitHub. So I copied resources. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I put in Nero's thing here, but out of Nero's description, I put this in my on my GitHub for Klipper resources, just because it's awesome. So when you move X term up, and have to H, and it's going to be okay. Not going to connect yet. That's fine. Got to give it a minute to load up. Oh, I have the screen. I can actually see it because I put the thing in, so I can actually watch it boot. For it to get a IP address. An IP address. There we go. There we go. Need to clear out the. Yep. Do 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 do. Yeah, some people have done that before. Still booting, it looks like. There it is. So, first up, let us change host name. So this is Magnus. Just change the password on your Pies. Interface. So we need to do what nearest thing here says. So we need to do interface options, serial. We want to do no. We want to do yes. Okay. I need to set my time zone real quick here. Oh, exit authority does not exist. What does that mean? Sorry, Daniel, I wasn't reading chat. What does that mean? So, is there any way to get that? So does not exist. It is rebooting now, so that's what I'm waiting for. It's not there this time. Do some updates real quick. Update. Okay. Sudo app get upgrade. This is what's going to take a minute again, too. I want to continue. Let's hope so. So I need to get this. I guess you can't do the upgrade and SFTP. Oh, I guess you can. Okay. Done. We'll be able to have that in there. Okay. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to finish setting up. Once this finishes here, we'll go ahead and do the make. Do I have? I guess yeah, I have to do the make. I shouldn't have to redo the firmware, right? I just need to do the where's it at? Make menu config. I don't have to re-flash the printer, right? Should be fine. Do another magnet while I wait for this. Do not need to. Okay, cool. So I'll just do the make menu so I can set up the UART GPIO method. And that way you can get it communicating properly. We'll log in, make sure that it's working via the web, and then we will try Klipper Screen. This will be as up to date as it can be. And I did just download CADReal's latest image 1.9.0 so that if I need to do this again, I can use a more up-to-date image. So our print over here doing, it's just humming along, it looks like. Got enough filament to finish the print. That's good. Why? You don't have to do that even if it's flashed? Really? I thought I had to do the make menu config just so that it would communicate properly. because I did the. I still need to do the config.txt and the command line. I already did the Raspy config part. Need to get better at my formatting in GitHub because I'm still pretty poor at it. Set your printer config. Oh, okay, cool. Then I won't do that part. I'll just do these two in the config and command line. I probably should have did that when I had it in the computer, but it'd have been easier that way. But that's okay. Check batteries real quick. Well, they're still good. We're 3 hours in here, and we took no steps forward and like 15 steps back. Or 2.5 hours, not 3 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm hoping in the next 30 minutes we can kind of shuck through this and get it going. It's kind of my hope here. I am digging the magnets on this thing. This case is awesome. It's held in with magnets. It holds a Raspberry Pi. And that's all it is. I might kind of adjust this for the Mark III because I hate having the separate, plus it has fans on it. I'm liking this so far. What NeoVid is those instructions from? They are from this video. So his Klipper and the Raspberry Pi Zero. So it's not just Raspberry Pi Zero. Any Pi that you want to run via UART and the GPIO pins, you do these steps. So this is what my commands came right from here. So I just copied this from here. I linked his video and put it here onto my GitHub so that it was somewhere that I could quickly go and find it. Because I didn't want to keep having to go to YouTube and find his video and get there. So I just wanted to do it here, and I want to make sure that I put his video there because again, he's the one that shared the information out. But I used the exact same commands for Megatron is now running via UART. Ultra Magnus was already. Bumblebee, the BLV, is running that way as well. And Fastlane, that is my Mark III's clone, is also running with the Raspberry Pi Zero directly connected to it. Now Hound is what's getting this guy. It's going to have a Raspberry Pi 3 in it, but it will be running also via UART. The Raspberry Pi 3 can be powered from an SKR 1.3 or 1.4. A Pi 3 or Pi 4 cannot. So I also need to put a DC to DC converter inside this case. One more magnet out of here. Do it without getting snapped. that. Good to go. How are we doing here? Still running. Adam, I am starting from scratch, buddy. I'm doing I did sudo app update. I'm now doing sudo app get upgrade. I'll kind of go from there. Will Nir and I do a collaboration soon? Probably not. I do have a type of collab in the works right now for the FT5, and that is to make the FTV, which is the FT5 converted into a Volron 1.1.8-ish. The files are out of date. They're like 1.6. So I'm going to work with Eddie the engineer, the one that designed the parts. And later, I think late this year is what we're planning on doing. And we'll be able to get that thing upgraded. So that'll be cool. But I'm basically going to make a Volron out of the FT5. Yeah, Daniel, it's great. It works well. And I actually have, I haven't released a video on this yet, but I have my little Pi here, which actually, Adam, I need to get with you on. But I have, I use a Pi Zero as my main host for everything. So all my machines are hooked up to this one Pi Zero. I have them all added to it. So that's my single web that I go to, and then all my printers are connected that way. Das Boot, I don't know. I mean, I've been talking with him. We, you know, I don't know if we'll collab on anything or anything like that, but he's a smart guy. I like what he does. He is the Volron guy right now. But we'll see what happens in the future. And thank you, Adam. So I do have some Volron plans for 2022. Nothing for this year except for the FTV, which again, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that this fall. I'll send you a message, Adam, when I need help with. It's going to be something unique again. I'm hoping it'll be something much more simple, but I'll get in touch with you on it. But yeah, so I've been debating on doing the Tiny M. I don't really want to do a V0 because I don't want to buy parts. I have a box of 2020 extrusion. I have a container here full of NEMA 17 motors. And I want to see if I can do, as I've done with all my builds, how cheap can I make a Tiny M, aka a Volron V0? How cheap can I make one? So I wonder how I can do it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be an interesting challenge. And yeah, so I want to do that. I don't know if I want to build a 2.4 or not. As I kind of said before, if the affiliate link usage keeps going the way it is, I definitely think I could do a 2.4. The only issue I'm going to run into is space. So I'm already having to I'm getting rid of pretty much every printer that's not one of my custom builds. Or my builds. Like I'm keeping the Prusa. I'm debating on getting rid of the Artillery X1, but there's several here that I'm thinking about just getting rid of and just keep my custom machines and just keep those. And as I get review printers, review it and get rid of it. I don't really need them, nor do I really want them, to be frank. But I don't know if I need a Volron 2.4, but it's so cool because the bed sits still and then you build up. Oh, I just think that is awesome the way that works. I do have extrusion for Switchwire. Switchwire is also a 2022 project. I want to do one just like Nero has with the mixing with the not mixing, but with the dual Bowden color change. That I really want to do. Adam says, don't buy a kit, buy the parts separately. Adam, do you know how hard it is for me to source parts and wait so freaking long for them to come in? I get mail honestly fast here compared to where I'm going. Mail's going to take a lot longer there. It's a lot more limited in what I can get. So that's another issue I have to deal with. But like the Voron V0 kit is cool. It's $400. And I don't know if I really like I'd rather do a Tiny M. Yeah, but a 2.4 it mystifies me. I like it. Is this almost done? My goodness. This has been going for 10 minutes now. But yeah, a switch wire. The Voron Legacy is still in my mind for this fall to do my to redo the Hypercube and make that a Voron Legacy. So I'm thinking maybe doing that Voron Legacy build maybe this fall or early 22. So I just have to kind of I need to plan out my next builds for the next 2 years and see what I want to do. I'm liking the direction my channel is going with more of these custom builds, but also I'm moving to a much further ahead time zone, which means live streams are really not going to be an option because I'm going to be doing a live stream, say it's 10 o'clock at night for me. I mean, it could be noon for some people. My time difference is going to be quite large. So it's going to be tough to do live streams and have this type of evening interaction with folks that I've really been liking. Not being able to do that. So I'm going to be back to a lot more videos. And, you know, we also kind of see how COVID goes, what my kids with school happens. You know, we're on lockdown here. Kids aren't going to school anymore again, although they might be going back in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. But yeah, it really depends on how the family evolves. Daniel, I don't say where I live, just a personal preference, a little bit of OPSEC. My patrons do know where I live. I do talk about a little bit about work, not really a lot much, but just kind of I do work. And talk about where I live and some experiences I have while I live overseas. I do that with the patrons. Matt Damon's my homeboy. Trying to stay organized. Trying to stay organized. Oh, that's so nice. Thought I turned my phone down. Clearly not. There we go. On vibrate. All right, we can put this back in the box now that that's done. Actually, let me put the boards back in. Whoop, almost there. In-person graduation. Wow. Need to do this part here. Don't need to do that now anymore. I don't have it in you tonight. I think I put the wrong info in there. I copied this stuff. Shoot. I need to put this in there instead. I forgot, yeah. So this is the config. So if you buy one of these WaveShare screens, they have all of this and it tells you how to hook everything up and what you need to put in. And again, this is the info you need to put in there. Just here, done. I'm preserving Aaron's basement. If I did, I might have more power problems than I do here. You can, but not. I think you can only do it if you're connected via USB. You cannot do it via UART. I actually lost power last night, so we lit the candles, we got a little container with all our little flashlights for the kids, gave all the kids flashlights out for, I guess, like an hour. Right as we were getting ready to get in bed, power came back on. So, and that was random too. Like we didn't have any storm. I mean, we had storms earlier in the day, but today we just had a light rain, which was nice. Oh my goodness, it finished. That took 25 minutes. Did it? Almost 20 minutes to get here. My goodness. All right. Well, let's do this now. So we're gonna do sudo nano boot config.text bottom here. I need to paste in this info here. Current equals 1. HDMI group equals 2. HDMI mode equals 87. HDMI CVT 800 480 66000. And then we need to put in DT overlay equals pi3 minus mini UART ET. X. Yes. Enter. Sudo. Nano. Boot. Text. To delete. Wait. I can leave this the way it is, right? Console TTY1 is fine. That's what it should be. So build mini UART wrong? Really? I missed the I. Mini UART-BT. Okay. Thanks, Ryan, for catching that. Should be it. So if we go over here, we refresh. Firmware restart. See if it connects. I need to restart everything and make this work. That's not what I wanted. It's not liking it. So let's just do a reboot the host. See what happens here. I want to make sure that I can actually connect to it properly before we try and do Klipper Screen again. Do 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 do. Have another cracker. There's the IP address. Now we're getting nowhere. Oh, there it is. Just delete it out of here. Let's re-add it. Connect to it here. Well, everyone just said I don't have to do the make menu config. Should be it there then. I still have to do a make. I don't know why it's not letting me add it though. Oh, it's connected to Megatron there. Connect to itself here. Yeah, it's still not connecting because the screen's not even turning on. There's the Clippy log. What am I looking for here? Can't update anything because Moonraker's not showing. Just look at Clippy log. Any errors? Moonraker log say. I'm waiting. Everything seems fine here. This is 161. That's connected, true. Reset button on the MCU, okay. That is an excellent thing to try and do. If I can get to it. It's kind of hard with this case. See it 1 second here. It's right there. Wait, saw it, now it's gone. Where'd it go? There. No. We can restart everything and see what happens. See what happens. I mean, I'm connected to it. I mean, if I can connect to it, I can ping it. It's not going to resolve till this finishes booting up. So do you think I should make it again, Adam, and then re-update the one on the MCU? I'm not even getting an error here anymore. I kind of want to make sure that I so that was all fine. Oh, Jesus. Reconnect here. It's fine. Okay. This is a pain in the butt. Let's do make sure my make menu config is correct. Nero's thing out here. So here, just need to do there, blah, blah, blah. B, it's fine. Yeah, so this should be fine. No PC. It is the 68 because it's an SKR 1.3. Not smoothie. And we unchecked the USB because we're doing serial and the baud rate's 250K. Should be fine. Out of my notes, an old image. It's what I had. It was the image that I used initially when I set this up. Yeah, it didn't do make. I'll be curious if this actually works after I do make. But you guys said it shouldn't matter, so... this is a MOBA Xterm. Aaron is the one that showed me this one. I like it a lot. So it says unable to open config file home pi Klipper config printer config. Why can't it open it? Because it's... Oh, that's different. Sorry. It's the wrong one. Why is this not connecting? What the heck is wrong? Set up right? No errors here. I mean, if I had, I didn't think I had to reflash though. So everyone said I didn't have to. So it's a Klipper. Where is it at? Again, I didn't do that because everyone said I didn't have to do that. Here. Gently. Okay, it's going to reboot everything. So shut it down. Boot it back up. Ouch. The firmware was built with this version. That's the thing, guys. I've only ever downloaded one version. This is it. I just need this to work. I'm not getting a status message. Well, I'm probably going to call it there. I'll just download. I did download the 1.9 while I was waiting for the other one to go. So I'm just going to do 1.9 and then start again from scratch and see what it is, because this is not working. But restart the firmware. That's not doing anything. Restart Klipper. Not doing anything. I don't really know what else to. I'm not even getting a status message of what the problem is. No, Jerry, that was another thing. That was something different. I did rename it to firmware.bin, Adam. It should have worked with 1.6. I get that. I know that. Because again, this is the firmware I originally used. This is the image I used when I first set up Klipper on my first machine. It is set to that. This is my config here. Dev TTY AMA0. Restart method command. Yes, I know, Adam. The only thing I could think to do is to manually update Klipper. I can try that real quick, see if that does anything. Let me find, where's my message with Cadriel? Right now. It's not your fault, Adam. It's just this doesn't want to work. We're gonna try this real quick. We're gonna rm -r star rm dot version, and then we're going to get this, copy that, paste it in. So we're gonna try this manually, see what happens. I just redid the firmware on the MCU. see if that did anything. Or I just bricked it, one or the other. There's 1.9, but I still don't have this stuff over here. Yeah, I'm just going to have to start it completely from scratch. Or we can try Moonraker real quick. He has that in here as well. Try to update Moonraker manually. Well, that's quick. Oh, restart Klipper. Okay. Yeah, still nothing. Moonraker's updated now, manually updated. Fluid's manually updated now. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it there because clearly this did not work. Restart Moonraker. Still nothing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, I'm gonna start from scratch again and see if I can use the newer image to build this and go from there. I'm just going to start with the 1.9 and just take my time and just go from there. Because maybe I missed something here because I was trying to try to do something else. DAS grounding's not a problem. This was already working. So yeah, kind of a sucky night for this. Wasted a whole 3 hours doing absolutely nothing, and now I have a broken printer. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. I will be back on Friday. I'll let you guys know in Discord what happened. If you guys want to join Discord, go down below, and I'll chat with you guys, let you know what happened here. If you guys want to support me, help me build projects, check down below. There's links for everything we were looking at tonight. When it should work, links are down below if you want to do the Klipper Screen and the instructions how to do it. Again, I'll make updates in the Discord with what happens with my new configuration, but it's getting late. I have work tomorrow, kids have school, so that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a good night. Happy printing. I'll see you next time.